back. Now listen, I know it has been 3 weeks, and listen, I know y'all are ready for us to get into this. But we do have a lot to cover in 3 weeks. But be clear, listen, and I'll repeat this again as people keep coming in. Feel free to drop in the chat what y'all feel like we need to discuss, what y'all want our opinion on, because we have 3 weeks worth of episodes to get through. Okay, we're just gonna go storyline by storyline, and of course, we'll do the main storyline. Will be the last one we talk about. So I know y'all want us to get into Haley and all of that, but we'll get there. We're gonna start with the little ones first. First of all I have to say about this, I'll wait till we get there, but I told y'all so about Haley. Did I not? Yeah! I should have took bets from some of y'all. Although I don't think too many people disagree, but baby, I definitely see Cajun, you about to get timed out already. You already about to get see what I'm saying? And then Cajun be like, what I do? Look at him laughing. You might be a mod, but I'm still the owner. I can time your ass out.
Please do.
Please do. JB said, please do. That is your warning, and that's the only warning you're going to get. You're just going to get zapped. Okay? Moving right along. So, first of all, before we get into it, these last 3 weeks, how you feel about these last 3 weeks?
The first week that we didn't miss much, but the last 2 weeks have been really good, in my personal opinion. Now I have had people reach out to me and say, some things they felt like they feel like they were just kind of not throwing shit at the wall and saying with sticks, but more so flying by the seat of their pants. And I was like, I think that they timed these storylines out perfectly.
Yeah, I don't think they did that. I think that. Now, like I said, when we get to the Haley thing, I think they could have gave us the way they did it. I think they gave us too much in that one scene. Like they gave us everything. I feel like they could have slow walked that a little bit more, like spread that out. You do? Okay, well, we'll get to it. But I agree, though. I think that maybe, let's say, the last month has been kind of slow. They've been giving us little storylines here or there, but we knew going into November. We knew we were going to have to get a big one. We knew something was coming, because we know they have November sweeps, and then they go into the holidays where it slows down. They're probably not going to give us a whole lot of pop going into December because, it is what it is. So thank you. They could. All right, so let's get into it. So let's start off with where we left off was right after Tomas got caught with Eva. That's where I think one of the last things we talked about. So let's pick up with that a little bit. China, I will say this now. I'm gonna have to do something. This swoop is swooping. All right. First of all, Eva irritates my soul. I really tried with Eva. I know y'all didn't. I know y'all was like, fuck Eva. I get it. But I really tried to work with Eva. I really, really did. But Eva, I am sick of you. I'm sick of you and your mama. Mama. I am sick of you defending her, running all over town. You know your mama is on that bullshit. Yet you continue to try to find ways to defend it. It just irritates me. Like, your mother came over and gave you this horrible advice about Tomas. But you see, and you even said to her, oh, so you want me running around here looking crazy, following behind Tomas like you following behind Ted. But then you did it.
Because she is a mother's child.
Yes. It's like, and then you're going to pull her friends or her ex-friends together and say, she really needs friends. She really needs you guys. And I'm sitting here like, I think that was some audacity for your ass for you to call these women and low-key sort of lecture them on, I don't want to say lecture, but low-key try to like guilt them into being your mama's friend.
I'm glad Mona said fuck it. Mona
was like, absolutely not. You and the horse you rode in on. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. So, Eva, I guess, call herself trying to be friends with Tomas because she still want to try to go after Tomas, which is horrible. I'm kind of glad, and again, I know we'll get there later. I'm kind of glad that they're bringing somebody in to sort of get her attention. We'll get to that a little bit later on. But I just did not like that. I didn't like it. But I also don't like that Kat is chasing around, begging him. Like, I didn't like that either.
Now, I hate that with Kat, but I know what it is with Kat. I don't think that Kat necessarily wants Tomas like that. I think the thing for Kat is, it's like, you know, like when a kid, when they see somebody playing with their toys and they don't want them to play, they're not really thinking about that toy, but they be damned if somebody else is gonna play with something that's theirs. That's where Kat is when it comes to Tomas. I don't think Kat bit much more is in love with Tomas. I think it's the fact that you know that he likes Eva, you hate Eva, and you be damned if Eva is gonna sit there and get the man that you had.
I think that has a lot to do with it as well. I think because you're right that I think in her mind she's convinced herself that she's in love with this boy, but she's not. It's a combination of what you just said. I think that's probably 95% of it, and then 5% of it in real life, not in soap opera world, but in real life. And the ladies in the chat, I can only speak from a woman's perspective. You can speak from a man's perspective. I can only speak from a woman's perspective. Ladies in the chat, y'all can agree or disagree with what I'm going to say, but I also think too, there's something about your first, and especially as long as she waited, no matter how bad that man treats you. Well, I gonna say no matter how bad, but you tend to hold on a little bit longer because it's that. But he was my first. We done seen women do backflips for men that wasn't ish, and then you be like, oh, he was your first, and you be like, oh, okay. And I don't know about men. I don't know the person that took your virginity, but I know for women that the person who takes your virginity, you seem to have give a whole lot more leeway to. But I do think 95% of it. I think 95% of it is the whole you can't. It ain't gonna be Eva. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I think I do think that, and I also think part of it is the fact that she's not enjoying it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I felt so free when I finally let go of my first. Right. Because for some reason, it's something, you know. But anyway, so that whole storyline. And then, of course, fast forward to this week with, you know, Kat tries to have the romantic rendezvous with Tomas and they end up, baby. That thing was hilarious. And you know who was funny to me was Martin. Baby, the way Martin was like, oh, you know I'm going to tell Smitty. Like, that was hilarious. I thought that was cute and funny and light. I don't know if they're going to make it a thing or if they're just going to let it be, you know. But that was hilarious. She was like, I broke his penis. That had me dying.
It was funny.
That was funny. Martin was hilarious in that scene. And it definitely showed the banter between them as brother and sister. Because I don't think we didn't get a lot of that in the beginning because they made Martin's character so short and mean and nasty. We didn't get a lot of the banter, the brother and sister. So I love seeing that because I feel like, and I don't know if they're consciously writing Martin lighter because he's now revealed his secret, or if they're making him lighter because maybe they got a lot of criticism about how mean Martin was. I don't know, but I like it. I like this. I like the Martin we're getting right now. I do. And I think his acting has improved as well. I agree. I think his acting has improved as well. I loved Martin and Kat together. I agree. I forgot Martin and Kat were siblings, right? Because we never really see them together like that. Yeah, we never see them together like that. Yeah, I agree. All right, so next, let's go ahead and knock out our least favorite storyline, child. The wheelchair boy and the nurse. I still don't care.
Me either. It's nothing there.
I mean, I got nothing.
I don't care about them planning a wedding.
Not at all.
I don't care about him standing. I don't care about him standing up.
Nope.
I don't care about none of that shit
None
with
of
Derek
it.
and Ashley.
Nope. I got
and
nothing.
Again, I think we need to. I need to preface this, and it's. I know I speak for probably both of us. It's nothing personal against both of them. It ain't nothing
personal. Storyline.
It's just that storyline sucks.
The thing is this, and we've said this a million times. I know I'll speak for myself. I can speak for you on this one as well. Mm-hmm. We never bought into those mm-hmm. characters. The acting was bad, and mm-hmm. we just never really bought into those characters. Mm-hmm. We never cared. I really think the whole Andre, Ashley of it all, y'all rushed that because mm-hmm. I don't think any of us ever felt that there was a real connection between them. Then the whole Ashley Derek thing, I was cool with them just being a couple and being friends to two of the main characters. But when you try to give them like this real storyline, you ain't give me enough. And I never bought into those characters. So yeah, I don't care. I don't even think I'm gonna care when he start walking again, because we already know where they're going with that. Like,
it's just the storyline just came out of nowhere, especially him being in this wheelchair. Like, this shit just came left field.
Right.
And I get where the writers are probably trying to go. I think they wanted people to empathize with Derek in his plight of, the only reason why Ashley is quote unquote with him is because now he's in a wheelchair and she feels, I guess, indebted, or like it's her, he wouldn't have done all this stuff if it wasn't for her. I don't know what it is. But I think that's where the writers may have been trying to go, was trying to have us to have some kind of empathy for Derek. But I'm sorry, but I just have none for him, because clearly Ashley doesn't want you.
And I also think the other thing too is, we got to get you on this panel. I should have reached out to you if I knew you were available today. I would have reached out to you. I'm gonna send you the link if you want to come up. You might still not be available. I'm gonna send you the link if you want to come up. Fine. If not, we're gonna get you up here though. Because for y'all that don't know, James does his recaps as well. Spillerboy TV. I'm sure y'all know, but if y'all don't know, y'all check his recaps out as well. Yeah. So that's all we got for. And again, and I also think the other reason why I think we don't care about this storyline is because I think most of us really, 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 really like him and Danny. I think once I got past the fact that was actually like her nephew, I really liked them together. Okay, you in the streets. I figured you was out in them streets, honey. Okay. We'll get it together, because I think you would be a hilarious.
Yes.
If y'all don't catch his reviews are hilarious. But yeah, I think that's the other thing too. Once I got past the whole, that's like you
quasi-related.
Yeah, you grew up with that boy as your nephew. Once I got past that, I was like, I really like the two of them together. And I really like, to jump ahead a little bit to this week, I really like that we had that moment between Danny, Andre, Anita, and
Vernon,
with the whole traditional marriage, traditional love, the way people do things versus where we are today. Because I think a lot more of us, and certainly the people behind us, are really in that mindset of, I'm not looking for forever. I'm not looking for perfect. I'm not looking for that deep, dark, I would turn the earth over for you. I'm looking for happiness. I'm looking for love. I'm looking for somebody that, and it may not look traditional. It may not look the way y'all want it to look, but it works for us. And if it doesn't last forever, oh well, we had a good time. We had a good run. It's no hard feelings. He's going to go his way and I'm going to go mine. You know what I mean? Like, I love that moment, because I think that is a real clash between old school, new school kind of thing. You know, like, my mother doesn't come right out and say it, but I know it. Bother might be a strong word, but I feel like it bothers my mom that I have chosen to not get married and not have children. And when I say chosen to not get married, I ain't found nobody I wanted to be married to. You know what I mean? But it's not my priority either. Like, I'm not out every weekend. I'm not on a bunch of dating sites. It's not a priority. And I certainly don't give a damn about having kids. But that's that old school, new school. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I love that moment. And I love that they were both able to articulate it in the way that they did. Like, when Vernon was like, well, do you love my daughter? He was like, I love how she makes me feel. He was like, now is it the same kind of love that you have for Anita? Maybe not, but So anyway, I really thought that was a great. I thought that was a great moment.
I do see.
Crystal said, "My mother has learned to hush." I get it. I can dig it. But yeah, so that's just kind of where I am with the and I just don't think there's anything y'all can do to make us care about Ashley and Derek. I just don't. And if y'all make Ashley be the reason why Danny and Andre fall out, I'm gonna have a problem with the writers because I'm gonna be pissed off about it.
I hope they don't do it. I hope.
I really like. I think that ship has passed, y'all. For the writers, hey, to the writers, that ship has sailed. Let it go.
It ain't
we
never
don't want to see it.
Sailed. This ship was never a thing.
Well, I agree. We say they just sailed. It was never there.
That ship didn't even exist. We didn't want it. We didn't ask for that ship.
We didn't. He said we didn't even ask for the damn ship.
But what I think is, I'm hoping that because I don't believe that Danny and Andre are going to make it.
Oh, but no.
The reason why I say I don't think they're going to make it is I think that Bill's going to be the problem.
Absolutely. And I'm okay with Bill being the problem. I'm not okay with Ashley being the problem. Bill is absolutely. Bill's going to be the problem. Listen, I'll wait till we get to the end. Y'all just remind me to give y'all my theory on how this is on that. Well, I can just tell you now before I forget, child. That situation, Danny's going to be the one to save Bill. Danny's going to be the one to save Bill. And that's going to be the nail in her and Andre's coffin. I don't know how far this will. I don't want to jump ahead to Haley because, baby, we got to sink our teeth into that one. Okay. So somebody said in the chat that Vernon is cheating. So let's talk about that because that's a storyline that's developing. They sort of dropped a couple of breadcrumbs this week, but we'll probably get into that in the next couple of weeks. But I don't know. I think that's what the writers want us to believe. I don't know if that's what's really going on.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, I don't think he's cheating, but I definitely think he's hiding something. There's definitely something going on, and he's hiding it. Why he's hiding it, I don't know. What it is, not quite sure. But I definitely think it's going to be a big deal when we find out what it is. I was thinking about that. Actually, I was thinking about that today when I was on my way home because I definitely was going to speak on that. I feel like it's too soon for them to recycle storylines they've already done. So I'm like, well, it's not going to be a kid because we've already got one of them running around. I don't think it'll be infidelity because hell, we got two of them running around. Only thing I could think of is maybe, and even if it's like a big secret, I'm kind of like, well, we already sort of did the big secret thing, but we're not going to gloss over the fact that he was a politician for many years. We're not going to gloss over the fact that he don't have no problem making phone calls to handle stuff, and he will cover up some shit. So I feel like it's going to be something shady that he was a part of or that he did that's sort of coming back around that he's got to deal with. I don't know. But I think it's probably something that Vernon was involved in that he's ashamed to let, that even Anita doesn't know. You think he's sick? Oh, now that might be it. Maybe he's hiding something from medically. Now that's a good thing. Not a good thing. That's a good theory. What do you think it is, JB?
I don't know. Because it could be a lot of things. It could be illness, but what we haven't talked about with them, but I don't know why anybody would want to go this route after what happened with Chet and Nicole. We don't know what Anita's birthday is. We don't know what their anniversary is because he could be planning a surprise for a party.
He could.
So, we don't really know. So but I kind of did believe him a little bit when he was like, it was his golfing buddies. Because we even heard in the same episode with Danny, how she said that, which I thought was funny, how she was trying not to go off on Leslie, but she was talking about how her dad taught her and Nicole how to golf because he feels that golf is where business conversations mostly happen. So I was like, okay, maybe it could be golf.
I don't think it's golf though. I do think it's more to it.
But it could. I don't know what it is, but he keeping something from Anita. What it is, yeah. I don't think it's like infidelity for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out though. But that's one of those storylines that's sort of brewing. It's coming down the pipe. Now let's talk about Leslie in this house situation. Again, they done gave this woman $50 million, and I just don't get it, but she's renovating the house. She's going to be living across the street. I don't know. There's that, child. That's all I got for that, child. We can.
I'm just so confused where this money's coming from.
Okay.
Because she's doing a lot. She's still at the country club, eating food, her and Peaches.
She living at the hotel. Anyway, all right. So let's get to let's knock out Smitty and Martin, which because again, let's go ahead and knock out Smitty and Martin. So let me tell you what pissed me off about the Smitty Martin storyline. It took for Martin to basically give you his ass to kiss for you to be like, but I love you, Martin. I want to be with you. We can work this out. We can make it work. Blah, blah, blah. Like, it took him to really just be like, yeah, I'm going back over to Grant's house, and that's where I'm going to be. Yeah, I'll come visit the kids, but you ain't going to get no more nookie, and that's what it's going to be. You know what I mean? It's like, okay. I don't know. I mean, ultimately, they did renew their vows, and I fast forwarded through all of that, but I'm sure it was lovely. I don't know how you feel about that whole situation.
I did watch them renewing their vows. I thought it was cute. What I will say is it was kind of odd to me, like you just said about Smitty. Like, you have basically been giving Martin your ass kiss, and then when he flips the script and reverses on you, now you're like, oh, I want to get back with you, and y'all talking to the kids, asking the kids how do they feel about this and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I just feel like Martin hit him with that Uno reverse. Like, look, I didn't grovel, I didn't apologize, I didn't kiss your ass, I didn't beg. You still, it's not good enough. Then I don't know if it's ever gonna be good enough. And with that being said, I see you when I see you. And then all of a sudden, then Martin was like, then Smitty was like, oh no. It was like, now all of a sudden, y'all can fix everything. 2 weeks ago, you couldn't fix nothing. Now you can fix everything, you know? Okay, Ravine says Smitty and Martin's wedding was cute. I'm sure it was, but y'all got to remember, I had like 8 episodes to get through in 3 days. I couldn't watch everything. So certain things I had to push through. That was one of them. I was like, yay, they're saying their vows. Yay, I just had to keep it moving. Like, I had to let that go, okay? Okay, so let's talk about, let's get into, I'm trying to decide which direction I want to go in. Let's go to Vanessa, Joey. Go ahead, because I got a lot to say. You go ahead.
Vanessa, Joey, and Donnell. What I will say is I've kind of been irritated with this whole storyline with all 3 of them for different reasons. So I'll start with Joey. The reason that I'm irritated with Joey is because Joey is clearly gaslighting Vanessa and Donnell. And the thing with Vanessa is you're questioning certain things with Joey, but it's like you question it, but you back up off of it because you know he's the one that did something. Whatever happened to Doug, you know Joey was behind it, but I don't know if the sex is too good for her that she don't want to let it go, and that's why she's just throwing it on the back burner. And then with Donnell, I get it, your daddy died, but I think he's doing too much for me, especially when it comes to Joey. Like,
here's my frustration. So for me, it's layers to this storyline. I very seldom criticize the writers, not because I think they're perfect, but just because, But on this one, I'm definitely going to criticize the writers. Why in the hell did you not give us both twins? I don't understand it. I don't like it. They tried to make it seem like she was so distraught she couldn't even come to her own father's funeral. Listen, let me explain. I don't like that storyline. I don't know. Did y'all not have a budget to hire 2 kids? Like, I don't get it because nothing y'all are saying to me makes sense when it comes to the daughter. Nothing. She watched the funeral online with her sorority sisters. What the fuck? And how far is Banneker? Because Vernon teaches at Banneker, which means he's literally driving there and coming home whenever he has class. But Donnell is far enough away to date that since this show started, they ain't came home for the weekend. They didn't come home for no summer break. They didn't come home for the holidays. You know what I mean? Like, they ain't come home for nothing. It's close enough that literally Vernon can drive there to teach 2 or 3 times a week and drive home in the same day. But we ain't seen the twins. I don't like that. That part of this, when it comes to the writers, I don't know what the reasoning is. Now, if they're going to give us a major storyline with the daughter later on, then I'll apologize. But as of right now, I don't like it. Y'all made this big deal about the twins. And then the daddy dies and we only see one. We don't even get a phone call, a FaceTime. We ain't seen this girl. And at first they said she had the flu. Now she was so distraught. And I, even when they said she had the flu, I was like, let me tell you the type of daddy's girl I am. It ain't no flu I would have that would stop me from being at my daddy's. Baby, I would have to be in the hospital. And even then, they would have had to catch me trying to sneak out. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't understand it, and I don't like it. Because... But that's what I'm saying. So my thing is, if y'all couldn't find a mixed race woman or girl that looks like she's in her early 20s, that sounds like a casting call where you would have gotten 50 million people show up. A light skin or a mixed black girl in her early 20s. Come on, JB, that's a dime a dozen.
It is.
I mean, I just don't understand. And I didn't like it. So the rest of this, so that was the first issue that I had with this whole storyline. And again, if they come back later and they give us this major thing with the daughter, maybe the daughter is a wild child, and I don't know, like maybe it's something more going on. If they give us something else, then fine, I'll apologize. That's probably a budget thing. So then take the budget that y'all used to hire Jacob's little brother and give it to the twin. Because we don't need him yet. We only needed the twin for a week. We didn't need you to put her on contract. We just need somebody to come in for a week, cry, be upset, and then take her ass back to school. We didn't need a full story, but I needed to see her. I'm sorry. I needed to see her. That's just me. Now, maybe not y'all, but... So putting that aside, I'm torn with this Vanessa situation. Let me tell you why I'm torn. First of all, Donnell is stupid. I'm just putting him to the side. I don't know what Donnell is doing, and I don't care. Right, her being a wild child makes sense. We've met her mother. Exactly.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. And if they give me that storyline, I'm with it. I'd be like, okay, cool. Okay, I got it. You know,
they know what direction they want to go in with this, because I think they probably knew what direction they want to go in with Donnell, but maybe not necessarily. What is her name, Deanna? So that's all I was wondering. Maybe they don't know what direction to go in with her just yet.
I get it. I don't know. It's weird to me. Now, the Vanessa storyline, I'm torn, y'all. Now, work with me, y'all. Work with me. I'm torn between Vanessa is just really acting out and being stupid. I'm torn between that and Vanessa trying to get revenge because she know Joey killed her husband.
Okay.
I think that's why she's so insistent on getting more into the business. I think that's why she's so insistent on getting closer to Joey. A part of me thinks that this is a plot and a ploy. A part of me thinks that she really know that Joey killed her husband, and she's going to do what he swore, what Doug was trying to do, which is to bring Joey down. Now, do I think it's a stupid plan? Sure. But I'm torn between, because we know Vanessa could just be dumb, you know, but I'm torn, y'all. I'm torn. Kay just said Vanessa's trying to get revenge. She's no longer in love with Joey. I'm torn. I really am. I don't know, y'all. I'm putting that to the side. I'm just putting that to the side. Vanessa's daughter may be a wild child or pregnant and trying to hide it. Okay. That's why I said if they give me a storyline later, I'll be like, okay, y'all, all right, you know. Want to be crazy if the daughter shows up pregnant and it forces Vanessa to step up as a mom. Ooh. Okay, a couple of y'all got that girl pregnant. Okay. I think she's plotting against him because she's doing. Yeah, I mean, it's just way too much. And then the way she got Donnell out of there, like,
Mm-hmm.
it was weird. It was not weird, but I'm just torn.
Okay,
But I'm torn between it.
I didn't see it that way, but when you say it, I'm like, okay, I can see that.
Now it could just be Vanessa being Vanessa. It could just be Vanessa being Vanessa, but
because the thing is, it's like, girl, you keep asking him about this stuff, so you feel like Joey may have done something. So, I mean, I can see that.
Right now, she inviting Joey to come in her home. I really think she's maneuvering to just get close to him and get his get his confidence. I really do. And I think she's trying to get as much. And then she's saying, and I want to be more involved in the business. I want more in the business. Like, there's a part of me that really just feels like she's setting him up or trying to set him up. It just is. Vanessa was begging to know more long before he passed. That's true, though. That's true, Black Orchid. That's valid. She was trying to get him. You're right. That's valid. But back then, I think for her it was like a thrill thing. I don't know, but we'll see. I do think Vanessa may be plotting against Joey, but it's not the case. Then she's just stupid. Yeah, and that's why I said I'm 50-50, y'all. I'm on the fence with it because let's be clear, we don't give Vanessa a lot of credit. Like, we don't give her a lot of credit. So to be clear, it could be either one. If we being honest, it really could be either one. So I don't know. You know. All right. Now let's dig into do we want to deal with Naomi and Jacob in this pregnancy?
We can. It ain't much
right.
We can.
All right. What you got?
Oh, with this pregnancy, I'm scared. So it's kind of hard for me. Because I do believe Jacob, when they got married, he didn't want to have kids, much like with Naomi. But with her, potentially being pregnant, I think he was like, okay, I thought I didn't want kids, but I realized I do. When it comes to Naomi, I'm not upset with Naomi for how she feels because she knows that she doesn't want to have kids, and that's fine. What does that mean for their marriage? I don't know. But I'm not upset with Naomi because her reasons for not wanting to have kids, those are her reasons. But I think I kind of saw her walls kind of drop a little bit when she had the conversation with Danny about having kids. But I'm like, I still don't think I don't give a damn how much Danny tells her what she tells her. I still don't think Naomi is going to be like, yeah, maybe I do want kids. I think they're going to be a resounding hell fuck no, that she don't want to, like, if she has kids, it's gonna be like fuck them kids. And I wouldn't want nobody in a situation where they have kids, they resent the kids, and they mistreat the kids. And I think that's what would happen if Naomi got pregnant and had a baby.
So this is what I'm gonna say. I'm curious, Miss Bella, why would you say she's selfish? I'm curious to hear your point of view on that. So here's my point of view on it. I agree with you. I think that Jacob actually absolutely meant it when he said it. I don't think he lied to her. I don't think he said what she wanted to hear. I think that he meant it when he said it. Mm-hmm. But I also think that once she thought she might have been pregnant, he started getting excited and opening himself up to the idea, because the reality is, as people get older, people change. Mm-hmm. People change. Like, none of us are who we were at 21, 22, 25, 30. And maybe at 25, when him and Naomi first met, like he said, I was focused on my career, you were focused on your career, and I was cool with it. But now that they've sort of he's a detective now, she's got her own law practice. In his mind, it's like, you know what? I'm kind of open to the idea. Here's what I'm saying. No, Naomi was drunk. I personally, as somebody who does not want children, and I've been called selfish. That's why I was curious as to the point of view on that. I don't think that Naomi is wrong for saying I told you I didn't want kids. And yes, we are having a pregnancy scare, but I haven't changed my mind. Do I think she's being a little melodramatic? I think she's bringing stuff in that ain't nobody saying. Like, you're anticipating that Jacob is going to be upset. You're anticipating that Jacob is going to that he's going to resent you. You're putting all of that on Jacob, and Jacob ain't saying none of that.
Right.
So like, you're saying we need to rethink our whole marriage, and that man ain't said none of that. All he said was, I know we said we didn't want to have kids, but if you get pregnant, it's not the worst thing in the world. I'm cool. And I just think if the situation, if the roles were reversed, if this were a man that said, listen, I don't want children, and the woman agreed when they got married, and then she popped up pregnant and he didn't change his mind, and he was still like, I said I didn't want kids. I don't want kids. I haven't changed my mind. I think people would be looking at it like in a different way. But because it's her, I don't think she's wrong. I don't think she's selfish. I just think that she's clear. And just because they had a pregnancy scare, yes, we know that when you have sex, no matter how much birth control you use, you can possibly, we know it happens all the time. The purpose of having sex is to make children. So all of the birth control in the world, unless you take the parts out, all the birth control in the world doesn't change anything, right? But I also think you had the scare, y'all had the conversation, move on. I think she's putting a lot on it that ain't nobody say.
She's putting 20 on 10 when it comes down to it. It's like, you're doing the most. Yes, he's upset that you're not pregnant, but you making this whole big fuss about nothing. He ain't said none of this. Like when he came in there last week on last Friday, when he came in there with that spa day for her, she flipped out on him. I was like, girl, it's a spa day.
Right. And she was like, oh, so, and I was like, and that's what he said. He was like, I can't win. Like, I can't win with you right now. No matter what I do, I'm wrong. No matter what I say, it's wrong. And I just feel like she was just being, because one thing that frustrates me, especially, this is one of the things that frustrates me in Tyler Perry dialogues. We do not need to keep having the same conversation for 3 days. And I feel like that's what we did with Naomi and Jacob in this pregnancy. I feel like we talked about this thing every which way, up, down, sideways, left, right, in and out. And Jacob said the same thing every time. Like, look, was I excited at the thought of being a daddy? Yeah. But it is what it is. Like, yes, I would love to have children, but I'm not leaving you because you don't want to have a child. And it's almost like that's what she wants him to do.
And then when she
say disappointed, wasn't upset, I think she's still mad he cuffed her mammy. You know what? She's just like her best friend Ashley. They're both annoying. Damn, y'all.
But what I will also say is, when she didn't tell him, so remember, she went and got a blood test done by Ashley. She got the results. She didn't even tell him about that. It's like, girl. And she flipped out about that. I'm like, ma'am, you literally are sitting here in bed with him. It look like y'all just had sex. And now you still, like, that's what kind of pissed me off is you read the results. Then y'all have sex. Then he sees the computer. And now you upset with him because he saw that you're not pregnant and he's a little hurt. It's like, Naomi, if you had told him before y'all had sex, maybe you wouldn't have this. He wouldn't have had this reaction. Like, I don't know, but Naomi just put me on 10 in my personal opinion.
I do. And can I say something? Maybe I'm under the misunderstanding. Maybe it's me, y'all, because when I go to the doctor and I get blood work done, I never had to go to the doctor for a pregnancy test. So maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. But I thought you could just go to the doctor and they take blood and they can tell you if you're pregnant right then and there. I know we had to wait. Like, same thing with Haley, even though we know Haley was lying. But why we got to wait 3 or 4 days to find out if we're pregnant? When my sister went to the doctor, she thought she had the flu. And the doctor told her while she was there, no, ma'am, you're pregnant. And you in your second trimester. What the hell? Like, I'm confusion. I'm so confused. I'm like, and I know that's a sidebar, but I didn't know it was that complicated to find out if you was pregnant. You got to do all that? Because my sister went to the doctor and they told her the same day and did a sonogram. She thought she went to the doctor thinking she had the flu. She came back with a sonogram. So I didn't understand the whole, I didn't get it. I know it's a soap opera and they just being extra, but I just thought that was a lot of extraness for no reason. You know, if the lab is in the hospital, some hospitals don't have labs in the hospital. She went to the hospital. They don't go nowhere else but that damn hospital. They don't go. That's supposed to be the best hospital in the DMV. I know they got a lab. All right. But that, like I said, that's just me being silly, child. Because it was Columbus Day and the writers were scheduled off. It's okay. So I just think Naomi is being real extra. And then we saw where now she's just being a bitch. I'm sorry. Now at this point, Naomi, you're just being a bitch. On Friday's episode, we saw that they went out to dinner with Ashley and Derek. She got drunk. She was being nasty at the table to the point where even Ashley was like, "Girl, do we need to take a bathroom break?" Like, I don't know. Naomi, go sit down somewhere. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. Okay. No, I know Raven. I know y'all. I'm just okay. So that's them, child. Let's get this other this crossover situation with Danny. First of all, what is this accent that Pamela is? What is this? What is? It seems like it's getting worse.
I stop. I don't even listen to it anymore. I ignore Pamela's accent.
It's getting worse. What are you doing?
It is. It's getting worse, but I've gotten to the point now where I'm just like, okay.
Her accent is worse than Trina Braxton's fake ass accent. What the hell?
Because if you notice, her accent goes in and out sometimes. Like sometimes
it does.
Sometimes she talks in a regular voice, and then other times you hear this. I don't know what the accent is. It's just like, oh God. But like I said, I've gotten to the point now where I just ignore it.
Right. So, okay, I might need to rewind a little bit. Let me rewind. Before we kind of get into that, let's rewind a little bit. So, Bill, we're going to get into the Bill and Elliot of it all. But Bill then put a private detective on Andre because he's looking for dirt on Andre because, of course, he's so jealous of Andre and Danny. He don't know what to do with himself. So he done put a detective on Andre. And the detective said that, listen, we don't know what it is, but something is there because he went from being on every red carpet, every step and repeat, every, being in all the magazines to basically falling off the grid. He was still working, but he was behind the camera instead of in front of the camera. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, LA Brown. Thank you, boo. So there seems to be something that's brewing about Andre and what's been going on with him the last couple of years, which brings me to this modeling situation. So we have the crossover with the Bold and the Beautiful with Forrester, right? That's Bold and the Beautiful, right?
Yeah, Bold and the Beautiful, Rich.
and Danny is really excited because she was like, that's the one that got away. My whole time modeling, I never could get a contract with them. I really, 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 really want to do it. But it's a couple things. They want Andre and Danny, and Andre is just not down for it. And we sort of feel like it's connected to whatever he's running from. I think it's the connection they're trying to make. So I don't know. It's not a major thing, but it could be a major thing. I mean, what do you think is going on with this?
I don't know. Because I've been wondering, especially when it comes to Bill, and when it comes to Bill investigating him and, trying to find stuff on it, I'm like, even though he is a photographer, how many photographers do you know, like, that are in the limelight like that? Name one. Because even I know a photographer. He photographs Beyonce, Kylie Jenner, and all them. He's not in the line. He's not in the focus like that. But people know who he is.
Well, they were making him out to be like this playboy, jet setting or whatever. So dating all of the models and stuff. So I think they were saying, well, he was out there, and then he sort of,
I think Derek Blanks is a different story, you guys. I think, yes, he is. We do see him. And I think he's one of the few.
But we see his pictures more than we see him.
Yeah.
I mean, we know who Derek Blanks is, but I mean, you see him, but I don't know. I don't know. Where do you think they're going with this crossover? Do you think it was just that one little crossover? Do you think he's going to circle back around?
It may come back at some point, but I felt like it was kind of a one and done.
Like just a little crossover.
I'm surprised they didn't mention Carla's character, because Carla was on Bold and the Beautiful. I think she played a transgender woman.
I'm about to say, wasn't she trans?
Yeah.
Well, played a trans gender. Mm-hmm. That's what I was told. I didn't watch it, but that's what I was told, that she played transgender woman. Okay. Yeah. Somebody said maybe he had a charge. He caught a charge, but wouldn't that be something that the private investigator would have been able to find really easily?
Well, he did show Bill that file, and Bill opened it, but did Bill ever say what was in that file?
He said it was nothing in it that he didn't already know.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's when the PI was like, yeah, but, he's kind of fallen off the grid the last couple of years. What's that about? Maybe he's running from somebody. Maybe he done left a broken heart. Hell, maybe he already got a wife out there. What if he's already married? What if he already got a wife floating around out there somewhere, honey? I don't know. Okay, her character went to Forster International in Paris. Okay. But that is cute with the crossover, though.
It was.
All right. June, Leslie. Listen, I'm here for the June and Leslie cat fight. That was funny. I was here for the cat fight, baby, but they fighting over Ted, and that's hilarious.
It's a one-sided cat fight.
It is a one-sided, because baby June paid her dust. June was like, "Girl,"
and it's the fact that this woman came up to her talking about her man. I said, "Ma'am, he ain't your man.
He's not your man," and that's why Eva pisses me off so much. Because I'm like, Eva, you need to be trying to get your mama some help, because this has gone beyond. He's the one that got away. Like, your mama is really having some delusions.
I really wanted Danny to read her at that country club, because Danny was itching for it.
Baby, Danny was 2 seconds away. If Anita had called and summoned her, baby,
she was gonna drag.
She said, "The hell with decorum, baby." She was on her way.
She said, "The hell with decorum," because I was like, "Yes, drag her." But it's so funny to me. It's like hilarious to me that Leslie is. I was finding over Timo Ted is diabolical, and he ain't even interested. Well, I can't even say he's not interested in Leslie like that, but it's still one-sided with her.
It's one-sided.
Like, you come after my man. I said, "Your man, Leslie. You had one night with him recently." And then
which I'm not convinced that they slept together.
The more I think about it, I'm not either.
I'm convinced that she slid in his bed, but I'm not convinced that he slid in her.
That man was too drunk.
I'm just not convinced that they actually had sex. But I am convinced that she tried now. Now she tried. And it doesn't, at the end of the day, it really doesn't change. Like, if I'm Nicole, it doesn't change anything. But I don't think they actually slept together.
Like, how good could the sex be if you're drinking with somebody that was that drunk?
Drunk sex.
Granted, I've had drunk sex, but not like that.
But sometimes drunk sex does just sort of dissolve into.
That man was blackout drunk though.
Yeah, he was. Did you see the way he was drinking that liquor?
Mm-hmm. Ted was blackout drunk.
Right.
Not like we went to, you go to a party, you have a few drinks, and you ready, you get back to your hotel.
He was blackout drunk.
No, so I'm with you. I don't know. I don't believe that they slept together. The more I think about it, it's just in her mind, she done concocted this whole story that, me and Ted had sex, because he don't even remember it.
He doesn't.
He just remember waking up to her.
He don't remember none of it. And again, I'm not convinced that it actually happened. But again, if I'm Nicole, it doesn't matter. She was still in your bed. You still are giving her way too much access. What at this point, Ted should have filed a restraining order. Like, the woman is crazy.
Ted still pisses me off because he doesn't immediately throw Leslie out of, like I said before, I would Uncle Phil her ass. I would like when Uncle Phil.
A part of me feels like he enjoys it. A part of me feels like he enjoys the attention that he gets from her.
Because when she went to his office and was trying to seduce him. I said, Ted, dude.
First of all, like Cajun is saying in the chat, why did you close the door? Why did you even close that door? Would have stayed open, and I would have called security immediately. First of all, how Leslie even allowed to just roll up in that damn hospital? We gonna forget about the fact that we suspect this woman of attempted murder. We just forget that we think she ran this girl off the road and went into that girl's hospital room. Like, anyway, Leslie June is getting closer to the kids. So we see that with definitely with the daughter more so than the son. But the son actually had a decent conversation with her this week. They were eating down to the Orphe jeans, and we see the son, he got his girl back. That was cute. Worried about the daughter though. Can we talk about Samantha and this neediness that she has for this boy?
Oh God. And then that preview for next week.
Baby, oh yeah, they about to them fathers about to dig in that ant. Right. I mean, I'm now I know a lot of times on soap operas they will circle back around. They do let some storylines fall and then they circle back around. And I kind of hope that's what they're doing with this storyline with Leslie. Like, we knew that Leslie wasn't going to jail. Like, we knew that wasn't going to happen. There was too much going on with Leslie. But I'm not he's a drama queen with a weak bladder. You know what? Moving right on. Somebody's in this chat. Listen, Smelly Boy cutting up more than Cajun is right now. Right. But I know that this June is a lot tamer than the June we met. But I like it because I like June. I like her character. She still has her quirky ways, but I like her. I like that they sort of brought down, for lack of a better word, the crazy, and they just kind of have her being more quirky, you know. But I like it because I like June. I definitely like June.
I do like June. It's just what I will say when it comes to these kids. The only problem that I have is their adoption was closed. So now we just took a closed adoption and made that bitch open.
Well, that's because she found her kids. Like, it wasn't like she went through any paperwork. She found them, you know, the natural way. I don't know, but I hear you though.
Other than that, I do like it. It's cute. And I do like seeing Samantha, you know, interacting with June. I just wish Samantha stopped being so thirsty behind this little boy.
That's a good theory. You think Smitty is going to find a way to blame June for this, for Samantha and her thirsty behavior? Oh, Spillerboy said the same thing. Smitty and June are going to fall out over Samantha. Well, we know Smitty really wasn't feeling it anyway. He kind of was just going along with it because, you know, he was trying to get his man back. So we know that Smitty kind of wasn't feeling it anyway. But that's an interesting thought. And I can see that. And I can think that would be a valid storyline. That's a valid storyline, I think.
Because her spending time with June and June, it's almost like June is.
And June's been giving her behavior. I mean, and June did give her some advice on, you know, men, boys, and that kind of thing. Even though I don't think her advice was bad, but Smitty don't know that, you know. So, yeah. Well, maybe Smitty needs to consider that his dysfunctional home life is why Samantha is acting out. Oh, wow. Okay. Smitty would be totally incorrect because June hasn't given Samantha that time. No, we know that as the viewers, but I can understand Smitty blaming June because he's already looking for a reason to blame. He doesn't want June around. He's only going along with it because of Martin, and now Samantha has started built a relationship there. So, but we know that at the end of the day, Smitty still ain't feeling. Smitty still ain't feeling it. Speaking of, and I'm jumping ahead to Friday's episode a little bit. What do you think this new story is that Smitty's working on? Did you see he was talking to his editor on Friday? Yeah. He said he told Martin, "Well, I can't really get into it yet, but it's something coming up that I'm excited about." Like, what do you think that story is? Because I guess he just forgot about old boy being a corrupt cop too. We just let all that go too. So, you know.
I think them two kind of came to an understanding. They leave me alone.
And I'll leave your husband alone.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious to see where they're gonna go with this storyline. What is the next story for Smitty? Because I feel like it's got something to do with the family.
It's gonna find it's somehow it's gonna connect. Maybe the story that Smitty's about to work on is what Vernon got going on. What you think? That could connect.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, because nobody knows what the Vernon part of it is, he might not know when he's going after the story that it has anything to do with Vernon. But I could see it.
But I definitely think it has something to do with the family.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to circle back around to the family. Yeah, I think so too. Oh, I think it's about Dante. Who the hell is Dante?
Anita's old manager.
Oh, why do I keep? You know what? Now I really thought we was going to see Dante by now. I really did. I thought Dante was going to be at that reunion. He was going to slide through the back door or something. I just knew we were going to see Dante. The fact that we haven't seen Dante, I feel like the writers are putting that story in their back pocket. Because I think with Peaches, I still see a role where Dante might show up with the Peaches, you know, because it looks like Peaches ain't gonna be with us much longer.
I just hate her wig. Oh, I hate her wig.
That wig is terrible. Oh my god, that wig is it looked ratty. It just looked bad. And Leslie got a whole closet of wigs. You could get that lady another wig.
Please do.
Leslie, you got 500 wigs. Get your mama a wig, please. I feel like with Peaches, maybe with Peaches' funeral, maybe Dante might show up to the funeral. What you think?
Could be. What I've been wondering is
Peaches knew all of them because remember, Peaches knew them. And she said that when she took Leslie, that the stipulation was for her to move away and never tell Leslie who her mother was. So she know them. I mean, I don't think she knew them, but she might have known Dante. I don't know. They should have casted an older woman instead of this horrible makeup job and tired ass wig.
Because that wig is tired.
I don't think the makeup job is bad, but I definitely think the wig is bad. The wig is just bad.
The makeup ain't as bad as that wig.
Yeah, I mean, okay, let's be real. The wig department is probably only about 4 floors up from Tyler Perry's wigs. We're gonna call a thing a thing. Now, some of the women's hair be laid. Anita hair be laid.
Mm-hmm.
Nicole's hair laid. Okay. Mm-hmm. I love Naomi's natural hair, the different things she does with her hair. But then when we think about the articulates and them wigs, you know, like some of them wigs are in trouble.
Yeah, like I hate Haley's wig. I
hate everything they do with Haley. I hate the animal print. I mean, I hate everything they do with Haley, child. Spiller Boy said Peach's wig was so dusty the other day I kept sneezing.
Baby, that wig was dusty. I kept looking at it. I'm like, what is up with this wig? I'm like, can we do something? Can we dream girls it and turn it around? What can we do with this wig? Because that wig was bothering me. Then when she started coughing, I was like, okay, is she gonna cough? Let the wig just fall off. I'd rather see her with her wig cap on than this.
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, put a wrap on her. Put a real nice head wrap on her. You know, give me something. Not they had Peaches in that for color girls wig. Y'all know what? Y'all are cutting up in this chat. Okay. So I'm sorry. So the whole thing with y'all said Dante. Listen, I don't know. I still don't think we've seen the last of that. I think we're gonna get more with the Dante of it all. I really do. Not full of Aquanet, and the lights were showing it. Y'all got a lot of energy. Y'all got a lot of energy for these wigs. All right. Okay. So damn, where was I getting ready to go next? I lost my train of thought now. Oh Lord. Okay. Where was I getting ready to go next? Damn. So Peaches is dying. I feel like that's coming in the next couple of weeks. So we'll see how that storyline goes with the peaches of it all. Let's talk about Nicole and Ted. And then I think we'll be ready for Haley and Danny and Bill. Let's get into this Nicole and Ted of it all. Let me tell you something. Ted, I'm sick of you. I am sick of you. Why do you have so much energy now to try to say get your wife back now that you done already got divorced? I needed you to be sending flowers every day. I already told y'all he should have kidnapped her ass, put her on a private jet, took her back to Hawaii where they fell in love. You should have took that, rented out a space and bought some sand and played some beach noises and tried to make her remember. Like, well, you are a millionaire. Where is the money, sir? Like, you could have literally showered her in, and I'm not even saying just gifts, but you could have showered her in memories and we remember this and let's talk. No, you gonna talk to me. Like, put her ass on a flight and make her talk to you. Like, I just didn't see no fight in you. And the same way that I don't see you fighting for your wife is the same way that you keep letting Leslie sniff around. And it's frustrating because I feel like, do you really care? Like, are you only fighting because people think you should fight? Because I don't feel like you really care, Ted. And now that y'all are officially divorced, hold on, I got a super chat. Let me read that. Thank you so much, White House Transit. Side note, what if Smitty's story would be connected to Randy and Haley? Oh, like he's following up on all the ex-husbands. That's a good one. I didn't think about that because I thought we're about to get to Haley in a minute, but I did think about that. I said, damn, girl, how many ex-husbands have you left laying around? The preview did say like that's what the story is about. Okay, I'm down for it because we know that we know it's going to come to a head. We know that the Haley storyline at some point somehow is coming to a head. We know it is. So I'm here for it. And thank you for the super chat. What you got to say about this Ted Nicole of it all, child?
I ain't got much for it because when it comes to Ted, it's like you weren't putting any effort prior to getting divorced. But now that the paperwork has been filed and it looks like it's been stamped and shit, now you want to try to fight for your wife. It's like, dude, you've had months, and I mean months, to win Nicole back. Because what this happened, the anniversary party was earlier this year, right? It was like what, back in February, March, something like March.
Yeah, like maybe March, April.
And we're in November. We're almost in November, sir. You've had months to fight for Nicole, but you haven't.
You have not.
And I wonder if when it comes to Ted, if Ted is so used to getting his way that he just felt like, okay, I give Nicole some space, I buy her flowers here and there, that she'll come back.
Right. Like I said before, sir, you didn't forget her birthday. You didn't forget y'all's anniversary. You didn't forget to take out the trash. Like, those are, I'm going to send you some flowers. Sir, you cheated on her and had a whole baby for 20-something years that she didn't know about. I mean, granted, you didn't know about the baby either, but you knew that woman said she was pregnant. So I don't give you no pass on that. Right. And then we found out that not only were you having a whole affair on this woman, but you were having an affair with this woman at her lowest point. At Nicole's lowest point, while she couldn't have a baby, you out sleeping around and was using your son as an alibi. Let's go to the diner and have some pancakes. No, sir, you needed to do some serious groveling. But what you did was you continued to allow this woman to have access to you to the point where she didn't convince your wife that y'all slept together. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. We don't know. But we know she had access enough to convince your wife and hell, convince you too. So, like, at this point, I don't even care that they divorced. I'm with you, Nicole. I'm team Nicole. Because at this point, sir, you ain't done nothing to try to fight for this man. I mean, fight for this marriage. Don't forget, according to Leslie, I can't believe nothing Leslie said, that he was going to leave Nicole. We are not going to believe nothing that Leslie said.
We not.
Ted and Nicole have been together for so long that sometimes couples like that take it for granted. He was with Leslie for a while as well. He regrets getting caught with him having Eva. Yeah. I just feel like at this point, I'm like, I don't have nothing for you, Ted. Because my thing is, I can't want it more than you want it. And I didn't see no whole lot of fight. I just didn't. Okay, so this last thing, and then we're gonna get into the Haley of it all. Eva, this is why I can't fuck with you. This is why I be trying. Well, I don't anymore, but this is why I used to try, but I can't. So when Leslie saw Nicole go into the hotel room, she pulled the fire alarm. Eva, hey girl, right here. Why you act like you were so shocked that your mama pulled a fire alarm when you know that your mama literally tried to kill somebody?
Exactly.
When you know that your mama put the poison in the girl's IV. Like all the things that we know Leslie has done, and you really was like, Mama, I can't believe you pulled the fire alarm. Mama, somebody could have got hurt. And I'm like, she tried to kill somebody.
Exactly.
You are really sitting here acting like her pulling a fire alarm is such a big deal. Ma'am, Eva, did we forget she tried to kill somebody twice?
But the problem,
and you know it. It's not like you don't know it.
I have a problem with her for that. But then I also got to go back and say I got a problem with Ted too. Because Ted is sitting at the damn Orphe Jeans telling Eva all that's going on with him and Nicole. I'm like, why are you telling her your business? You know her mother is Leslie. You know 9 times out of 10 she's gonna go back and tell mama. Like she's gonna go back and tell her mama. And then Eva, like you just said, your mama has literally ran Laura off the road. You know for a fact she's done behind, like, girl. But this, but her pulling the fire alarm is the worst thing in the world. I said,
right? Girl. She really act like her mama pulling that fire alarm was. Girl, what? Anyway, so yeah, that's why I can't fuck with you. That's why I just can't. That's why I just can't fuck with you. Because you stupid and you really. All right, so let's get into what we all been here waiting for. So Danny, okay, we already know. Okay, was that not the funniest shit with? Let me rewind. Bill, now I know how your ass got caught. Now I know, or actually now I'm surprised because Bill, you lied to your wife about a meeting at the office where your wife worked. Now, you might have got away with that with Danny because Danny didn't work at the law office. But your wife can literally look at your calendar. You know that your wife and Caroline are cool. You know that your wife can literally just pick up the phone and verify where you are and what you're doing as it relates to your job. So that was the dumbest lie you ever told. When you said, I got to go to the office and you went down to Orphe Jeans to go confront Andre. But I will say that was some funny shit when Haley showed up accusing Danny, and that Danny stood there laughing was the funniest shit. I loved it. Loved it. She running around Danny's house looking for Bill. That was some funny shit.
It was because Danny said you lost your husband.
Right.
I said, yes, Danny, give it to her.
Right. Hilarious. Do you hear me? Hilarious. So now I understand why your ass got caught because you done told a couple of dumbass lies that are so easy for her to confirm. So we know that Danny and Bill had that one kiss that, you know. So Danny has this birthday gift that she done took down to Bill. She done gold plated the key to the office, and we saw the flashback of her getting the office and all that good stuff. And then they kiss. And Haley sees the kiss. And then the dam breaks. Baby, Haley done gone down to the casino.
And spilled all the tea.
And told it all. Now listen. I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. And I was right about damn near everything I said. I said I think that even her being friends with Naomi was a setup. Didn't I say that? I said I need a flashback because I'm not convinced that they were really truly friends. I think it was all a setup. So Haley went down to the casino, rolled up on Randy, which of course we already knew that her and Randy knew each other. We knew that there was a connection. Baby, Haley dropped that little Haley accent and got to talking real time and got to talking real tough. I said, okay,
Haley. If that's her real name.
Right, because I mean at this point. Now one of my questions is, if Doug and Randy were best friends and knew each other their whole life, and Randy and Haley are cousins, they never did they not grow up together? They didn't grow up in the same neighborhood. Like, how was there never an overlap there?
Now, remember we talked about this before. I think Haley is significantly younger than Bill and Randy are.
She is. That's true. She is.
I think that
her name is Tomika.
I think she's significantly younger than those, so that's why he may not, Doug may not have known who she was, because it looked like him and Randy might be in their 40s, late 40s, probably 50s.
Yeah, Haley's definitely not her real name, because Randy did say he gets her fake identity stuff. So.
Yeah, so I think that's one thing. I think that they just didn't they didn't grow up around the same time.
Yeah, and I mean, and to be fair, like my family hasn't met all of my friends. You know what I mean? So like, I know it can happen. I'm just wondering, So we find out basically that Haley is a Black Widow. She's a scammer. Right. She's a scammer. She finds marks. She finds rich men. She marks them, and she takes them for all they got, and then she moves on to the next mark. Now, she said something that I don't know if it's a big deal or not. But Randy, when Randy said something about the guy in Chicago, and she was like, "Well, I was young and sloppy back then." So I'm wondering if she left something.
So I'm gonna tell you a theory somebody left in my comments of the video that I did earlier this week. So somebody is wondering if the man that she met, if the man from Chicago, may be Dante.
Lord, y'all, this daggone Dante, if you don't bring your ass down here.
Somebody's wondering if maybe Haley got with Dante. I was like, you know what? That's possible.
Again, I do think we're gonna meet Dante, because I think Dante and Anita got a story that we haven't explored yet. I definitely think we're gonna meet Dante, and that would be interesting if it's Dante. That would be interesting.
Here's another thing that I caught with. I don't know if y'all caught this with Haley, or whatever this bitch name is, but when she was talking to Randy, she was like, "We should have just went for your boss instead." I was like, "Y'all thought about going for Joey?"
And Randy let it be known. Yeah, I don't think that's the answer. Wouldn't it be interesting because Danny and Joey did have that cute little banter this week? Wouldn't it be interesting, because Danny definitely has her antennas up, but she's playing it down in front of Vanessa, and Joey knows as well. Mm-hmm. It would be interesting if the two of them got together and put their heads together. That would be interesting. That would definitely be interesting.
It's funny. Haley, you realize after the act drop, she cannot stand Bill, but she did say the sex is good. I was like, oh.
She did say the sex was good. But even with Caroline, like now that we're seeing the other side, it's like
a little biatch.
Right. So she confirmed that the whole pregnancy was a storyline, was fake. Mm-hmm. She even told us how it all went down. We saw some flashbacks. I thought they gave us too much. I feel like some of that stuff they didn't have to give it to us all at one time. But you were saying that you liked the fact that they gave it all to us,
because it finally explained everything, and I was like, oh, okay. Like even when they told her, because remember when we first started with this show, our biggest question was, how did Haley and Naomi become friends? And I was like, oh, and we found out she met her at the gym. I said, the fucking gym. And even when it was, I thought it was funny when they were talking, because, Naomi was like, Haley is a really good cook, but girl, this cupcake is nasty as hell. It's because she's trying to poison your daddy.
And I will say this. Now, this is what I'm not liking about this storyline. Somebody said, somebody in the chat just said something. Damn, what did you say? Somebody in the chat said something that I wanted to repeat. Hold on. But the one thing I will say that I'm not enjoying, I'm enjoying that we're speeding this up, right? But what I'm not enjoying is, I think now I feel like Haley's getting sloppy. Because like even in that scene with the cupcake, even with the tea, and she was like, drink it. I don't care if it's cold, just drink the tea. And she's like, just stay home. Oh, you're not. I feel like now she's pushing too hard, and because it's just it's obvious now, and I know we know, so maybe it's looking more obvious now that we know, but now I'm just kind of like, no, like you pushing really hard. Like if the man don't drink the tea, okay, cool, put it in. You know he gonna drink that liquor, put it in his liquor. If Bill don't do nothing else, Bill gonna pour him a drink. Just put the shit in his liquor. So even when you're not there, you know he's gonna drink out of that. Like I would have put some of them drops in the liquor and swirled it around in the liquor. Like he gonna drink it. It's just that's to me. It's just she's getting way too, too sloppy. I think for me. But Danny has definitely realized that there's there's something going on here. Her antennas are definitely up because she was like, Vanessa was like, that's Randy. She was like, no, that's Sammy. And I don't think Vanessa's antennas are up, but I definitely think Danny's are. Danny was like, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, but Danny's antennas always been up.
Oh, wait a minute. Spiller Boy said he think he accidentally blocked Harold. Hold on. KJ, can you see it? Can you unblock Harold, or do I need to do it? Harold, James said he accidentally blocked you, boo. Hold on. I might have to do it. Harold, I'll take care of it. I don't know how to do it. KJ, can you see with... Oh, he's back. Okay, he's back. All right, thank y'all. He said no worries. Oh, okay, Xavier got it. Okay. Thank you. All right. Okay. Got it. We got it. Harold straight. Got y'all. Okay, so is there a tracker on that black card that Bill gave to Haley? Interesting. I don't think so, because I don't think Bill is suspicious yet.
Yeah, Bill, and that's the other thing when it comes to Bill, I have an issue with. Bill is a high-powered attorney, right? He doesn't know that Haley is a gold digger and a black widow and all this kind of stuff, right? But at the same time, you met Haley. You and Dan have only been divorced for a year at this point, and you married. So that means, because she said this time last year, so it was last October when they were still together, and they had just met Haley at that point. So you meet this girl, you get with this girl, and then 6 months later you marry her. And I'm like, nigga, where's the prenup? Bill ain't smart.
Not only is Bill not smart, but this whole $10 million life insurance policy for a woman, you only be like, does that woman got your nose open that wide, Bill?
And I'm shocked he didn't catch on to her this week when she kept lying on Caroline when she was on the phone with Randy. So
yeah.
Like, oh, okay, Caroline. And he was like, Caroline? She's like, yeah, Caroline's looking for a file.
And both of them be lying on Caroline. Poor Caroline.
Even though I can't stand Caroline.
Right. But somebody said, is Caroline going to be collateral damage? You think that Caroline might accidentally eat one of them cupcakes or drink one of them drinks or something? You think Caroline might be collateral damage?
If she is, I'm fine with it.
It's Spiller Boy, you good. You all good. You got that phone in your pocket, honey.
But
because y'all know how soap operas are. We just lost Doug, so I don't know if they're going to do it again, but y'all know how soap operas are. Like Caroline could easily be collateral damage in this situation. I don't know. But Ted is so jealous he don't know what to do with himself. See, another reason why he ain't paying attention to Haley, because he's too busy focused on what Danny got going on.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, what I will say, even though I don't like Haley, she's like everything that she's doing. If Bill's nose was in the clouds, he could see it, but she's doing a damn good job of what she's doing. Like playing a jealous act, pretending to be pregnant and all this kind of stuff. She's doing a really good job. I was like, but Bill just don't see it. And once the truth comes out, I know he gonna be looking at Danny and be like, "Fuck, I fucked up our marriage, everything for this."
And the messed up thing is Danny's going to probably be the one to figure it out first, but nobody's going to listen to her because they're going to be like, you're just jealous. You're like, can't you let it go? You got Andre, leave them alone. Like nobody's going to listen to her. That's why I like the idea of her and Joey linking up because one, nobody would ever suspect her and Joey linking up, but nobody's going to believe Danny. Danny could have it all laid out and nobody's going to believe her because they're going to say, you're just jealous. Leave Bill alone. You know what I mean? Like nobody's going to believe her. So do you think Haley always planned on leaving Bill high and dry? Yeah, that was the plan. I don't think she always planned on unaliving him. I don't think that's, I think the plan was just to fleece him and roll out of town and change her identity. I mean, I think that was always the plan. But I don't think unaliving him was the plan. But I think because he had that stroke, it made it's kind of easy. It's
easier for her.
Yeah, because he's already sick, Now I almost wish that had been part of the storyline. That I almost wish that when but it would have been too soon. But I almost wish that when she was talking to Randy, she was like, well, the last time it only made him sick. I need something that's going to work this time. You know what I mean? But again, it would have been too soon in their marriage. Like but she's looking for, so now that she's found the paperwork, you know what I mean? Now that she found the paperwork, I guess it's only a matter of time before she makes Bill sick. She wants to erase him because she slipped up and caught feelings. Yeah, she definitely caught feelings. I don't believe that she don't have no feelings for Ted. I mean, for Bill. She definitely caught feelings. I agree. Yeah. What did Leslie hear to set up a plan with Haley? Now the Leslie-Haley link up is going to be interesting. We saw that in the preview for next week. That'll be interesting. Xavier said, but then my question is, why was she dead set on being established in Fairmont Crest? Shouldn't she be more low key? That's a good question. That's a good question.
It is. Oh, y'all, I forgot about the Chelsea and Madison stuff, y'all.
Oh, do we have to? Okay, Chelsea and Madison. Okay. Chelsea need to mind her business.
Yeah, that's it.
Stay out of it. I don't understand why she think. See, and your people told you to mind your business. You asked the people said stay out of it, and you told them they were wrong. Well, why you ask them for their opinion if you gonna just do the opposite anyway? Do what you want to do. Right, do what you want to do, but you wrong. But you are wrong.
And it's gonna cause an issue.
And it's gonna cause a problem. Because Madison done told you to leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm just a firm believer when somebody tell you to, like when they ask you to handle something a certain way, do it. Exactly. She said stay out of it. Like it's not your place to fix it. And like she said if my mom had said homophobic stuff, would you have the same attitude? No. But because she's questioning my profession and she's, disrespectful of what I do for a living, you're acting
that was my whole thing. It's like she's telling you that her mama is disrespectful of her medical her profession, and she's losing patients behind this because they post up and her mama goes up under it and leaves a comment.
Exactly.
Like, girl, you fucking with my livelihood.
Yeah. So do the Anna accent. I don't even know who Anna is. What is he talking about? Kaja, what are you talking about? Who is Anna? No matter how I feel about you, my mama ain't ever none of your concern. Back up. Ooh. And especially if I tell you to leave it alone. I could see if Madison was crying that night saying, I really wish my mom would just talk to me. I just want to have a conversation. But the woman said, leave it alone. Stay out of it. I don't know. I just think we need to respect people's wishes when it comes. Now I know somebody gonna say, really, B, that ain't what you said about Tracy and Tamar. Tracy was dying. That's a different for me. That ain't the same. Tracy was dying. She said, don't tell Tamar. Ain't no way in hell I would have let my sister die and not tell my sister that my sister was dying. Now you can be mad at me about that on the back end, but I'm talking about somebody I'm dating and them and their mama don't speak. To me that ain't the same. So before somebody be like, but really, B, you said that they should have told Tamar about Tracy. That's different. To me, it's different. My sister dying, ain't no way in hell I'm not gonna tell my sisters that my other sister is dying. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. That I'm not doing. People can be mad at me about that. But anyway. All right. Not every mama is like your mama. Right. Everybody's relationship, family relationship is not your family relationship. And y'all are just dating. Y'all ain't even known each other 6 months. Girl, if you don't stop that woman's business.
Please.
Yeah. Now, what do we think this storyline with the younger brother? Where do we think this younger brother storyline is going with Jacob and his brother who's back on the scene? And he told us a little bit. Basically, he's a family disappointment because he didn't go down the path that his parents wanted for him. He said, I don't make a lot of money, but I'm happy. And him and Eva were definitely flirting, which listen, I approve this message. I don't know nothing about this boy, but anything that's going to get her from chasing after Tomas, I approve it. Okay? So where you think that's going?
I think it's going to be a big issue mostly, which we ain't saw Elon in a minute, but it's going to be an issue between Elon and Isaiah. And it might and Jacob might even get drug into it because I can see Elon saying, because I think if what I was hearing correctly, it sounded like Isaiah was saying his family it sounded like his dad wanted him to follow the same route that him and Jacob were doing, being cops. That's what it sounds like. But he was like, I don't want to be a cop. He wanted to, be a counselor.
I don't know if he knew he wanted to be a counselor, but I think he knew he didn't want to be a cop.
Yeah. Well, he said he wanted to help kids in a different way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Anything else that we didn't touch on that y'all want us to touch on? I think we covered pretty much all of it. Any predictions?
I don't have any. I'm just curious to see now what the writers are gonna do with Leslie's character, since Nicole told her straight out, "Girl, if you want to be Mrs. Richardson, go for it. What you do from here on out, it doesn't bother me." So I'm wondering what she's gonna do now.
Oh, we saw that in the previews that her and Carlton, because it looked like Ted trying to fight Carlton. I'm like, you got more energy for Carlton dating your wife than trying to get your wife back, so Carlton can't date your wife. Like, sir, you are giving everybody way more energy than you are giving the actual person that. Anyway.
Right.
But that's what it looked like in the previews for next week, that him and Carlton are going to be.
And it's so stupid.
Fighting, child. Chelsea is about to piss Madison off. Absolutely. Oh, that's definitely going to be a problem. What if Vernon is trying to reconnect Dante and Anita? Why would he want to do that?
Why would he do that?
Because ain't nobody said nothing nice about Dante. I don't know if people. I don't see him doing that. Carlton does need to be slapped. I do think Carlton is wrong, though. I think that's disrespectful as hell what Carlton is doing. Now, that I agree. I agree. I think it's disrespectful as hell what Carlton is doing. Kat will feel stupid because Tomas will be jealous of Eva. I could see that. Kat will return serve to Eva and sleep with Isaiah. Oh. Ooh. I could see that. I mean, that's dirty, but that's dirty. Oh.
It is dirty.
So are there sweeps in November? Don't they have November sweeps? So maybe, if we do November sweeps, maybe, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. If they do November sweeps, maybe that we're going to get I feel like the Ted storyline is going to sort of take center stage because it definitely looks like they're accelerating it.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But y'all, that's pretty much what it is. I'm literally going to do the Braxtons immediately after this. So I already have it scheduled. I'm going to finish setting everything up, and then I'm going to be going live doing the Braxtons. I got some things to say about that. Let me tell you something. I'm going to wait till I do my review. But I definitely got some things to say. So we're going to do the Braxtons immediately after this. I have not finished watching The Bell Collective yet. So as soon as I get done with episodes 1 and 2 of The Bell Collective, we'll get that review. And that'll probably be tomorrow. My team don't play till Monday night. So I can probably get Bell Collective done tomorrow. Huh?
It's so funny you talk about the Braxtons. It's crazy watching this. I kind of side with Tamar like slightly.
I'm gonna be honest. I side with Tamar first and second episode. Now this episode, I got a few things to say to Miss Tay Tay. But in the first and second episode, I definitely was like, y'all really was gaslighting us all them years and had us thinking. And don't get me wrong, Tamar, which is part of what I'm gonna say in this episode.
Yeah.
Tamar, it ain't all on them, but I will say that some of what Tamar tried to tell us, I think, got overshadowed in how she delivered the message.
Mm-hmm. You know, that sit down with them. Even though I'm like, I love Tony Braxton down, but I was even looking at Tony sideways. I'm like, Tony, you ain't writing this either. Like, I think you lying to Tamar. You had something to do with that damn cease and desist, mama. And then her clocking to Wanda, which I've never, when it comes to Tawanda, I like Tawanda, but I've always been able to see through Tawanda. And this show is really showing what I saw with Tawanda, especially season 1, 2. But yeah, it's interesting.
We will see. But that's pretty much it, you guys. Again, we got 3 weeks worth of episodes in. But this was last week and this week was so good. Mm-hmm. Last week was so good. Okay. We'll see what this takes us into November. Because like I said, but November Sweets, I think we're gonna get some pretty interesting storylines going into November. But this, I really think that Bill's storyline is gonna say sort of take center stage. I think it's where we're going. You know. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. What else you got going on? Yesterday, if you guys didn't see JB's video yesterday where he talked about the Netflix show, The Perfect Neighbor, y'all check that out. It was a really good conversation. I didn't watch it, and I probably am not gonna watch it and review it because it's gonna piss me off. So don't ask me. Y'all go catch JB's breakdown, okay? I probably, because right now I don't know if mentally I could take watching that shit. I think it would piss me off. I just don't know if I want to watch it. I don't.
It was hard to watch. I ain't gonna even lie to you and tell you it was the hardest thing that I watched, because from the beginning of it, you just seeing the body cam, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was so much. But then when we get to what actually happened, I was like, oh my God. And then them having to tell, when they told the kids about their mama dying, I was like, oh my God. I broke, like I was in my bed. I was boo-hoo crying. Because it just broke my heart, because I'm like, when my mama died, I was 27. These kids are much younger than what I was. So if it was hard for me as a grown man, put yourself in the place of a kid saying, you know, one of them even said, the police asked him, he said, are you okay? He said, I'm okay, but my heart is broken. I said, oh my God.
Yeah, see, I don't need to watch that. So again, y'all, I may eventually watch it one day, but I ain't watching it right now. And because I remember when that story actually happened and how much it pissed me off. And I didn't even have all of the details and it pissed me off. So from what I keep hearing from other people and seeing online, yeah, it's going to probably piss me off. And
What's going to piss you off? Because Susan is a
yeah. No, I'm good on that. What else you have going on? What you got coming up? You see Beverly Hills? Oh, you're not doing Beverly Hills this year. Yeah, I forgot you're not doing Beverly Hills.
I'm gonna watch. I may watch, but as far as review, I sincerely doubt that that's gonna happen. But you guys, Reasonable Doubt, that is gonna premiere at 3 p.m. my time, and then the Braxtons is coming an hour after that at 4. And then what else I got? Y'all know I tried Bell Collective. I just couldn't do it. It just seems too manufactured for me. So
it is so manufactured. It really is.
So Susan, but Bell Collective is enough for me, because that show, I tried it. The first episode, I was like, this is producers. Then I heard you and Scotty, I'm talking about the second episode, and it still sounded like the same. I was like, yeah, I don't want to do Bell Collective. So that's it. And then y'all know Baddies, the reunion, I hope it's wrapping up tomorrow, but the Baddies reunion is on Sunday, and then they started filming this next season. I was like, fuck, they don't give you no breaks with baddies, but
you can't get off the baddies train.
and then y'all know
That's how I feel about Love and Marriage Huntsville. I was like, because that year that I stopped doing it, when I didn't review Love and Marriage Huntsville, I was like, y'all just gonna keep showing it, huh? It just ain't going nowhere.
and then y'all know Potomac. So I've made the decision that this season is my last season with Potomac.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow! Thank you, Spiller Boy. We trying, honey. We trying.
So I'm gonna tell you guys what the issue is with Potomac.
Yeah,
I
why?
realize it. They're mean. These are nothing but a bunch of mean-spirited women. They just attack each other for no fucking reason. You got Ashley, you got Giselle, and now even Wendy, I feel like is jumping on the bandwagon because I saw a clip of them going on this trip, and they coming at Tia or Angel. It's Angel. They come at Angel. I'm like, why?
Did you see the clip that they show where it looks like Giselle is talking about Tia's looks or something?
Yeah.
And I was like, now that I don't like that. I don't. Yeah. But again, Giselle actually have no storylines. Their storyline is to do. Yeah, their storyline is to just do exactly what they're doing.
Like I can't sit there and I can't stomach it. And yeah, you guys, I know y'all saying in that all housewives, but at least with most of the housewives, those women, they do have some kind of friendship. These women on Potomac are not friends. Ain't nothing's a friendly nothing with none of them.
Even Giselle and Ashley, they friends now, but that's only because Robin ain't there.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
if Robin was still there,
Ashley would be on the island by herself.
Absolutely.
Because like if it were Giselle and Karen, we know that they have a frenemy like they have an enemy relationship, but they're actually friends at the same time because they knew each other before this damn show. Even with Charisse, them like I get what y'all are saying that it's all housewives, yeah, but how like we only 3 episodes into Potomac, and what have they done? They attacked Stace. It's and that's the problem with Potomac. Potomac gangs, it's like a gang up with these girls. Even if I know Atlanta has done it, but they still know how to have like they have the fun. It may be lesbianic fun, but they still have fun.
Not lesbianic fun.
it may be the lesbian kind of fun, but they still find a way to have fun with each other. And that's the thing when it comes to Potomac. I just don't see them because even just if y'all go back to last week's episode, Giselle said we've not had fun at any event, and she's telling the truth. Mm-hmm. Now, one event has been fun. 3 episodes in, and it already feel like we are a whole season into this damn show.
Damn, you ain't lying about that.
Yeah. So yeah, so this is my last season of Potomac, you guys. I kid you not.
I respect it. Listen, I respect it. I respect it.
Season 11, something monumental would have to happen.
I got you. I want to review Beverly Hills only because Beverly Hills was my first. Beverly Hills was my first Housewives franchise I ever watched. I don't like the way things went down with Garcelle, but honestly, I definitely.
I don't mean to cut you off, but speaking of Garcelle, did you see that she was on Watch What Happens Live and Andy asked her about her friendship with Sutton? And she's like, yeah, it's over.
No, I didn't see it, but yeah, I'm with it.
And a viewer asked her, so they were like, if anybody on this current cast was gone, like in order for you to come back, like if somebody had left, who would it be? She said Erica.
Yep. I don't care what nobody says. She never got past Erica
cussing her son out,
coming at her son like that. She never got past it. She and she shouldn't have, you know. Mm-hmm. And then like when she was on the Breakfast Club, they asked her about Erica and Bose on when they were on Watch What Happens Live, and she was like, "Yeah, that's just Mean Girl, like Mean Girl behavior." Like, and listen, I'm not mad at Garcelle for leaving. I'm not even mad at Garcelle for how she left. Matter of fact, I think the way she left was epic as fuck.
It was.
I mean, that'll go down in Housewives history, the way she walked off that stage and wouldn't give that final toast, baby. And the fact that go ahead.
She said she knew that was the moment that she was not coming back.
I don't blame her. And then I'm not mad at her for not being friends with Sutton because the way Sutton at the reunion acted. And again, remember, we only saw the edited version. I
Mm-hmm.
can only imagine what other things went down that we did not see. But what we saw was bad enough. I mean, what we saw, Sutton, you did Garcelle dirty for somebody who had your back so much. So only reason, like I said, my main reason for sort of wanting to watch it, one, like I said, but I also want to see how this season is going to play out now that Sutton doesn't have Garcelle there. I'm definitely interested to see how that plays out. I had to stop watching Married at First Sight. First of all, those episodes are too fucking long. They add so much fluff to try to make the episodes last for 2 hours. They're too long. It's just too much.
Well, they moved it to Peacock now, so it's not 2 hours anymore.
Yeah, I can't. It was just too much. I couldn't.
And I agree with what James said.
Too much. Huh?
James said, I don't know how anyone is friends with Ashley. She is my least favorite person on reality TV.
I agree, but I've been saying that since season 1, since her first season on this damn show.
I echo that.
Yeah, I just,
So,
but I think as long as they allow people to just be on for seasons and seasons and seasons and seasons with no storyline, you're going to get Mean Girl stuff because they don't have anything else to do but to stir the pot. So you've got Ashley and Giselle who have no storyline, and they're both really, in my opinion, Mean Girls by nature. So that's all they're going to do is stir the pot. Especially Ashley, if you ain't going to give us a storyline, baby, you got to go. They've been letting Ashley ride the no storyline train for 3 years. And Giselle ain't never had a real storyline. And I just feel like I understand them keeping Giselle. She's the anchor. She's your favorite. She's your girl. But Ashley and Giselle, no. That's just a recipe for disaster, which is what we have now. When you have too many women who don't have a storyline, even if it's a fake storyline, they don't have any storyline, what is their reason for being here other than the what? Stir the pot.
Exactly. So. It's kind of like with Kyle on Beverly Hills. Why is she still there?
But she's the anchor. So they're going to let her stay because she's the anchor. The anchor of the show, I get it, right? Because they're the anchor. They're the central person. Kyle is the anchor. Giselle is the anchor. Down in, it was Nene. Nene was the anchor. Down in Atlanta. I don't think Miami has one right now.
And that's good because it works for them.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. In New Jersey, it was Teresa. Teresa was the anchor. So, I think these shows do have anchors, and I'm okay with one anchor. One. But when you have two women who are just mean girls anyway, with no storyline, no, that's a recipe for disaster, which is what we're getting with Potomac. I agree, because I think I said in my review after episode 2, I was like, I didn't enjoy this episode because I don't enjoy the pile up on Stacey. I do think it's too much. I do think it's extra. And I think it is what has Stacey done? I mean, is Stacey a liar? Probably. But even down to her, we don't believe you're divorced. Okay, and why does she have to prove to y'all that she's divorced? Heather's the anchor in Salt Lake City. Yeah, Heather's the anchor in Salt Lake City. So Heather ain't going nowhere,
that's my thing when it comes to those two. It's and then everybody, it's everybody is piling on to Stacey, because even Kiana, I'm like, Kiana.
Yeah. Kiki just pissed me off too. And even when it came down to talking about her breath, I was like, come on now, y'all, really? That's what we doing now? Now we just gonna make all these breath. Come on, y'all.
That was my problem too. It's y'all making fun of her breath, and then did it on Watch What Happens Live. It's okay.
Yeah, it's just so. Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from, because like I said, after episode 2, I was like, I'm not enjoying this. I'm not enjoying this. Now, last week's episode, but definitely episode 2, I was like, the whole Stacey pileup is just not. And I'm just I get it. You think she lied about TJ? Great, fine. But half of y'all done lied about a man. Giselle, you done lied about 3 of them. So, girl, you made a whole storyline about you getting back with your ex-husband, and he had a whole woman pregnant down in Atlanta. Girl, stop.
See, that's why I say, but this is my last season with Potomac.
I feel you. I understand. I can respect it.
It's gonna have to be something big, with Karen. I know Karen's coming back, so it's gonna have to be a big storyline with Karen.
The Grand Dame is coming back.
Hey! Season 11, it's going to be something really major with Karen's storyline that'll make me consider it.
Right.
as of right now, because I'm not even feeling this season. For this to be their 10th season, I'm like, what are we talking about?
I feel you. Well, for me, like I said, as soon as I hit the end button on this one, I'm heading on over to. Matter of fact, let me do the redirect. I'm heading on over to the Braxtons. We're gonna hit that review tomorrow. I think we're gonna be doing Chasing Orlando, which I'm behind on, but I think Ebby and El Teddy. Well, I don't think I know. Ebby and El Teddy did their review last week of episodes 1 and 2, so I'm gonna get caught up, and we're gonna probably do that tomorrow at some point in time. Tomorrow I will also try my best to do Bell Collective, the 2 episodes that I missed. You guys will get a Reasonable Doubt at some point this weekend. I finished watching the episode. I just have to sit down and do the review. I know I'm still behind, but I'm gonna try to get caught up this week. Now that I had a week that I didn't have to go out of town, I didn't have nothing going on. I'm gonna try to get caught up this week because I think I'm still 3 episodes behind. So I'll get you guys that review this week. You know, I do my Reasonable Doubts as uploads. I think at the end of the season, I'll do one live to just discuss the season. Maybe I'll invite JB and Treese, Shade in the City. I know they're doing Reasonable Doubt. Maybe I'll invite some people and we just do a panel and just talk about the whole season. But for right now, and the views are going up. So thank y'all. The views are going up on my Reasonable Doubts because, you know, I talked about y'all. So thank y'all.
It's a really good show.
I said y'all wanted me to do Reasonable Doubt.
This season is really good. Like I'm still. What episode are you on?
I'm episode 3, I think. The episode where she found out about the baby.
Okay.
Where the daughter found out about the baby.
Okay, because it's really good. I don't know where they're going with this whole Ozzy storyline. I'm still like trying to figure it out, and I can't.
Okay, well, we're gonna talk about it.
I have my suspicions, but I don't even know if my suspicion is right.
That's the thing about Reasonable Doubt, though, and that's why it is so good because you think you haven't figured out, and then you realize, damn, that wasn't what I thought. You know what I mean? Then you realize, oh, I thought it was gonna be this because now in season 1, I suspected all along that he was really guilty, but I was like, but that would be too obvious, right? Like clearly there's some sort of catch. Clearly there's some sort of trick to this, and I was right. And then in season 2, it took me until like maybe episode 3 or 4 for me to realize, okay, she's covering for somebody, but I wasn't sure at first. It took me a while to realize who she was. And I don't want to say too much in case y'all haven't looked at season 1 or 2, but it took me a while to figure out who she was covering for. But I knew she was covering for somebody, but it still took me a few episodes. So they do a good job. They do a good job of redirecting you. They really do.
I love it.
All right, y'all. I'm about to go. Thanks again. Y'all just make sure y'all subscribe to JB and catch his reviews on whatever he's doing. And y'all make sure y'all know y'all stay subscribed over here. Okay. All right. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Peace. Thank y'all so much. Let's get